A few months ago, I quit my corporate job and I had a lot of nothing until I got the idea that since I miss playing, I was thinking that maybe I could create my own PS game from scratch, knowing I have zero knowledge or don't know how to create a game from scratch, don't know what's not sure of the steps, not sure of how long it takes, how can I do it on my own, but I thought it would be cool to take you on this journey with me so you can keep me accountable for everything I need to do to reach that goal. I was thinking on the timeline that we could do maybe a year from now. I want to see if we could get a prototype, but we're still gonna have increments at the beginning. I don't know, maybe design the gun. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. And design the characters. And my favorite part already is probably gonna be to have the more creative part of things where I can think about the style and all that. But I'm sure there's a lot of technical things that I'm gonna have to do to reach that. But I know with resources, taking the time to learn new things, YouTube tutorials, I know there are plenty of very talented people out there that are sharing their knowledge. So probably gonna be able to use a lot of other people's content to move forward on that goal. In the meantime, a little backstory. About 3 months ago, I left my corporate job in commercial real estate, and now I'm trying to figure things out. And I'm at a stage in my life that I really need to think of what I want to do next. And I really don't want to keep doing the things that you need to do or stuff like that. So I am a very creative person and I never was able to put it in my work, or my passions were never something I could work on. So I am very passionate about gaming. I used to stream a lot, so that was my way of trying to maybe make a living out of something I really loved and enjoy. I was able to make a little bit of money, but clearly not enough to be able to live out of it. And I just felt that wasn't the most interesting part because I'm still a very introverted person. So I really enjoy have those tunnel moments where you're just sitting and working for hours and hours. So I wasn't this person to be attaining. It was just very hard having your 9 to 5 and then coming back home and making food and all that. And it would be almost like I didn't have the time to make dinner, that I already had to start the stream so I can make sure I stream at least 3 hours a day. And so there's no algorithm on Twitch, so it was just very hard to be able to make it work. And I didn't really like as well community on other platform, because since Twitch is not so easy on discoverability, sorry for my English, it's not my first language, as you can hear. But then it was very hard to try to play games for hours, and for 3 hours you have like 2.5 games or maybe 3.5 games, but it's not that long, and after that you're exhausted and you have to sleep and do it all over again. So I wanted to get out of this wheel, and I'm sure many of you out there are feeling the same. I think I like a lot of woo stuff as well. I'm passionate about very different things. And I also know that we as a collective are going through big changes, and you can see it with what's going on in the world, but also I'm seeing a lot of people that were together for a long time breaking up, or people leaving their career and changing completely, or feeling like they have this calling to do more purposeful things and they're like doing more fulfilling goals. And I want to do the same, and I'm feeling like this is my calling as well. I'm sure many of you out there are feeling the same. Part of it is going through this challenge of making my own FPS game the way I want it to be, since I play a lot of CS2 and I have almost 2K hours on Valorant. So I started with Valorant, and then I switched to Counter-Strike because I felt like it was just more me, but yet it's still not there. So I am challenging myself to do something like that. I know it's not gonna be easy. When I shared my idea with my brother, who knows much more about creating a game and stuff like that, coding, it might not be the most challenging part, but it's really maybe marketing behind it, and I don't have the money and I don't have the connections. So just from that, I have like maybe 2% a chance of this goal working. But I'm very competitive. That's why I play tactical shooters. So I want to challenge myself to do that, and I want to take you with me on this journey so I can maybe inspire maybe one person to do the same. And even if it's not in gaming, just doing anything else, like I said, I'm passionate about many other things as well. And if you have a passion and you're feeling like your job is not, I'm not saying quit, but I just feel like you have to take that leap of faith. And I completely understand if you're there right now. I feel like deep down that I wish I made that decision earlier, but now I'm starting, so it's good. I've had some time to get better mentally for the past month. Now I really need a goal to look forward to and work towards. I really want you to be able to see that, and so we can keep each other accountable. I also want to make sure we're together in this, and I'm sure maybe people that have much more knowledge are going to come across my videos and be able to help me maybe achieve this goal, and or if it's not, at least be together in building something more meaningful for us, because life is short and I know it's a bit dark. But first thing before starting, we're gonna go check in on Alfred, and I'm gonna show you who is Alfred. So let's go see Albert. Don't mind the mess in the back. Let's go see Albert. That I keep calling Alfred. Here it is. Oh, hello. Am I disturbing you?
A tiny bit. You're a bit annoying, lady. I don't trust you. He's super cute, but I'm scared of petting him. Oh, look. I'm so scared because he's very fast.
Salut Alfred. Et mon pote.
Like I said, since I left my job, I don't have any type of income. So I was thinking of a clever way of living and not have that many expenses. So I decided with my partner to do pet sitting. Those ones where you pet sit at the person's house. So this is not my place, and you're probably gonna see very different places throughout the year that were like, I'm taking you with me in this adventure. Anyways, all that to say that that's why I'm saying don't quit your job just yet, but you could find ways to live while still having time to be able to create. And that was my huge problem. Like I said, I mentioned for the streaming part, but even trying to do YouTube or trying to do other projects, I find it very hard. My brother is very good at that, but he doesn't get much sleep, and then his lifestyle is not the healthiest because of it, where I feel like I'm personally not that person. I know certain people are able to push themselves and wake up super early and do their 9 to 5, and then what was that noise? Are able to do their 9 to 5 and then still work on personal projects in the evening and all that, which I find very brave. My advice on that part of life is just be creative. I didn't have many experience in taking care of animals. I had animals growing up myself, but once my cat passed away, I really was thinking of not taking any pets, so my heart doesn't break. But now my heart breaks every time we have to leave a home for another home, and then you get used to their pet, and then you have to leave them again. But it's very cute because you get to take care of lovely little animals that need your help, and at the same time you get a lot of free time. And also no rent to pay. So that's also a huge point. And that was my little backstory to help you be more creative on ways to survive while you have no money, and maybe be able to make it and do other things. I am not used to bunnies, so I'm a bit scared for now, but it's been one day, so that's why. I leave you with that. In the next episode of this series, we'll see if Unreal Engine is free. What can I start doing on it? How long is realistic? To see how long do I need to spend to learn how to use the tool, or is AI advanced enough? I know most large games are using C++ language, and I have a tiny background. I have 1 year of computer science behind me, and it was years ago when I was 18. So it's about 10 years ago, and I really hated it. I really like the front end HTML, CSS coding languages because they were much easier to understand, and I felt like the fact that you had the visual result was easier to get. Maybe the C++ with the result of a game, but at the time back then, we used to learn and do our exam on paper. So yes, coding on paper is not fun, because I remember my teacher, Mr. Chan, telling me, Miriam, you're talking to the machine. Don't, like, if you forget a comma, or how do you say that in English? If you forget one little thing and your thing is not running on a computer, it's not because you put it on paper that he's gonna give you a good mark for it, because he was just like, you forgot this. So girl, you're talking to the machine. You need to make sure your code is perfect, and it wasn't. So I got really traumatized from C++. So I really hope I don't have to go back to it to be able to make this dream happen. But anyways, I feel like I've talked a lot. Subscribe to see what's gonna happen and how we can help each other dream bigger and reach our goals. Have a good one. Bye.